Hello, world explorers. Whether you're a seasoned traveler planning your next adventure or just daydreaming about your future escapades, we've got a list of the 10 best places to visit in France that will surely ignite your wanderlust. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready to embark on a journey through the enchanting landscapes, vibrant cities, and rich cultural tapestry of this magnificent country. Paris is arguably the travel destination that people dream of visiting the most. This place indeed attracts crowds. However, the city has endured over time. It has, if anything, increased its romantic appeal. Even the most unyielding tourist is captivated by this magnificent city, which is the site of the Notre Dame Cathedral and the Eiffel Tower. Rich history abounds in this area, as evidenced by the building facades throughout the inner city. Fun fact: the Eiffel Tower was originally intended to be a temporary structure for the 1889 World's Fair. Beyond the Louvre, there are museums to explore, like the Muséum d'Orsay and the Musée de l'Orangerie. Paris also has beautiful gardens, including the Luxembourg Gardens. However, what's most fascinating are the people, the live culture. This is evident from any casual stroll around the Champs-Élysées, the Latin Quarter, or the Seine. The French Riviera, or Côte d'Azur, is a luxurious getaway that spans a magnificent portion of the Mediterranean. This area in southern France receives plenty of sunlight throughout the year. The azure seas become an even more magnificent color as a result. The Riviera is well known for the glitz of Saint-Tropez, Monaco, and the Cannes Film Festival, but there are many more lesser-known attractions as well, like the perfumeries of Grasse and the perched villages of Aze and Saint-Paul-de-Vence. Picasso and other well-known artists were greatly influenced by the Riviera, and many of their creations may be found in the area's museums and art galleries. Next is Nice, of course, possibly the greatest of the bunch. With a wealth of history and the region's trademark coastline, there is something for everyone. It will be a pleasure to explore Nice via her tree-lined avenues and cobblestone streets. There are museums, art galleries, and southern French restaurants that will blow your palate away. Fun fact: Nice has its own dialect called Nicard, a blend of French and Italian. The Alsace region, which alternates between the flags of France and Germany, is unique from the rest of the nation. Due to these two influences, the area has a distinct old-world charm and peaceful landscape that are unmatched. Germany has left its mark on both architecture and food. Alsace's villages are well known for their magnificent Gothic churches and half-timbered houses. Beautiful homes may be found in the areas of Grande Isle and La Petite France in Strasbourg, the capital, and this is no exception. Traveling the Alsace wine route will take you through 170 kilometers of picturesque landscape with charming villages and, yes, excellent wine and food at each stop. Colmar is one of the route's highlights. This town is the epitome of all that makes the Alsace region wonderful. The hills all around give the impression that the world is far distant. There will be balconies covered in flowers and half-timbered houses. A village straight out of a fairy tale, the Rhine River is the crowning glory as vineyards cascade down the slope like blankets. Though Chamonix may receive the most attention, we think the area around stunning Lake Annecy contains the greatest of the French Alps. Due to its immaculate high alpine surroundings, this lake, which is among the biggest in Europe, also holds the title of being the cleanest. Lake Annecy is a lovely getaway in the summer. The sapphire-colored gem is surrounded by verdant mountains with a surprising touch of granite. The blue waters of the lake beckon you to take a plunge as the sun sets, and they become even more evident. The neighboring mountains, which include the snow-capped summits of Tournet Mountain, complement the views of the river. The picture-perfect mountain village of Annecy's ancient town should not be missed on any trip to this place. Fun fact: Annecy is often referred to as the Venice of the Alps. France's most visited landmark is Versailles, second only to the Eiffel Tower. Every year, almost 15 million people come to see this opulent representation of history and power. The fact about traveling is that you will occasionally have to cope with crowds. And make your deal, since Versailles is well worth the trouble. The palace was built as an opulent retreat for the ruling kings in the late 17th century. You can now tour the exquisitely kept grounds, the Trianon Estate, and Queen's Hamlet using the ticket you pre-purchased. But the 300-room main palace, which houses the king's apartments and the Hall of Mirrors, is what really makes a trip worthwhile. Located off the southeast coast of France, Marseille is a major Mediterranean seaport and one of the oldest towns in Europe, as well as the second largest city in France. Once a major Greek harbor, the city still has a traditional edge to it. However, it has developed into a far more fascinating and rich culture. Vieux-Port, Marseille's historic port, lies at the city's center. This busy harbor, which is surrounded by shops, cafes and bars on the waterfront, is dominated by two medieval forts. The Quai des Belges is located at the end of the harbor and offers views of opulent yachts, ferry boats, and fishermen bidding on their catch at the daily fish market. Stunning blue seas and beautiful limestone cliffs can be found at the Calanque, a group of small inlets that are among Marseille's top natural attractions. The Basilique Notre-Dame de Garde, Fort Saint-Jean, Le Panier, Mussem, and other attractions are also must-sees. Nestled beneath the majestic Mont Blanc, Chamonix has long been a haven for both aficionados of chalets and mountaineers. The breathtaking scenery of one of France's oldest alpine resorts is complemented by the frequently lively mountain culture. The outdoor calendar in Chamonix is filled with events like marathons, climbs, and epic skiing. You can ski and snowboard in these amazing mountains all year round. On the La Vallée Blanche Glacier, you can ski for more than 20 kilometers without interruption. If these thrills aren't precisely your thing, there's still plenty to do here. There is enough to do off-piste, thanks to Chamonix town's charm and the area's year-round community. You'll be reaching for your camera a lot in this charming community, where cafes line the pedestrianized main street. Fun fact: Mont Blanc is the highest peak in the Alps in Western Europe. Normandy is a region on France's northwest coast that is closely associated with modern history. D-Day has made the long beaches along the coast famous. Though there is a rich Wantu history along the craggy coast, it is only the beginning. Past the wide beaches is an area rich in literary heritage. There is a picturesque countryside with 4 distinct protected cheese origins, but the most magnificent of them all is Mont Saint-Michel, which looms off the coast like an enthralling iceberg. Fun fact: the Bayeux Tapestry depicting the Norman conquest of England is housed in Bayeux, Normandy. Cheese lovers should take a cheese tour of Normandy. This will lead to the towns of Neuchâtel, Pont-l'Évêque, Livarot, and Camembert. Charming communities with a welcome genuineness can be found beyond their delectable products. Our list includes some excellent wine regions. Bordeaux, though, may honestly say that it's the best of them. Bordeaux, the wine capital of the nation, exudes elegance. The combination of architecture from the 18th century elevates this. The Place du Parlement and Saint-Pierre streets slash through the town's core. These streets are lined with upscale cafes and places to sit outside and enjoy the sun, where high culture mingles. Investigate La Cité du Vin before going to some of the top vineyards in the region. This museum, housed in an enchanting building, featured the history of wine from the Bordeaux region. Enjoy a leisurely stroll along the Garonne River to get there. Fun fact: Bordeaux has the world's largest reflecting pool reflecting the 18th century Place de la Bourse. Corsica is an island in the French Mediterranean that embraces its surroundings. Encircled by sparkling emerald waters, Corsica is equally influenced by Italy and France. Known as the Island of Beauty, Corsica combines the best features of both worlds with its granite mountain summits and tranquil forests around its coastal villages. Nor is it a tiny, delicate island. There are many opportunities to escape it all along the more than 1,000 kilometers of coastline. The blue waters that surround these coasts are home to breathtaking underwater environments. There are always opportunities to scuba dive and snorkel. Days spent swimming in Bastia are rewarded with breathtaking sunsets and an excellent selection of eateries and pubs. We've just taken you on a virtual tour of 10 captivating destinations in France, each offering its own unique charm and experiences. Now, we're turning the spotlight to you. Have you embarked on a journey to any of these incredible places? What were your impressions, and did you uncover any hidden gems? We'd love to hear about your travel adventures in the comments below. Perhaps you've strolled through the romantic streets of Paris, marveled at the medieval marvels of Marseille, or soaked in the sun on the French Riviera. Share your travel tales, funny things you've encountered, and any tips you have for fellow world wanderers. And here's a little challenge for you. Do you think there are other hidden gems that deserve a spot in the top 10 best places to visit in France? We want to know your thoughts. Maybe you have a favorite quaint village, a charming corner of a city, or an off-the-beaten-path treasure that stole your heart. Let's create a virtual community of travel enthusiasts sharing experiences, recommendations, and dreams. After all, the beauty of travel lies not just in the destinations, but in the stories we carry back home. So, hit us up with your comments, share your travel status, and let's continue this exciting journey together. Who knows, your insights might just inspire someone's next adventure.